This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.
Many thanks for joining us on the news at 4. I am Bukola Taylor Cole. The Lagos State Government has given 48 hours notice to owners of buildings on drainage alignment at System 63B Shongutedu. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources Tokunbo Wahab at an inspection tour says the state government remains resolute in its quest to make Lagos flood-free. We have details in this report. It is another round of inspection, and this time the Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, and his team are inspecting a collapsed drainage system at Aladilola Street, Ikusi-Ketu.
We're told some of these guys that come around to cut away iron metals came around the place some days ago. They caught him under the culvert, cutting some of the iron, the reinforcement. So apparently that caused that collapse, and we've asked the Public Works Department of the state to condone it off while we quickly find a way to fix it.
From there, the team inspected Victory State Water Collector, Agop Halas Way, where they discovered several environmental infractions.
Unscrupulous individuals that are taking the laws into their hands, block water paths, blocked canals to sell the land, to fill and sell. We had sent in the team earlier in the week. We just keep to see the level of enforcement carried out.
The good thing about Lagos State is that they have projections. They foresaw the future. Whatever they are doing is for future. So their plan is almost 50 years or 100 years plan, and they're following it up no matter who is there. So that is one good thing about it.
At Shongutedu, the natural water channel which discharges into System 63 and from there to Omu Creek was found blocked by several illegal structures. This, the state government says, will not be tolerated.
We've served them the notices to abate and remove, and by tomorrow they will serve them the notice to enforce.
Other water collectors inspected are Ilabere Collector at Old Ikoyi and Ajiron Primary Channel, Chevron Drive, Lekki. The commissioner also apologized for the wrong marking of some buildings at Old Ikoyi.
We've had this perennial issue with Ajiron, and then we're doing the regional road. We've awarded the contract. We just want to see how far they've gone with cleaning that channel, and then also be sure that the culvert that they're going to remove will be properly done. They are precasting it, and in the next 2-3 weeks they should start putting them in place so the water can move freely into the Lagos Lagoon. People that are not having contravention, their property to be marked, and we say they should remove those markings immediately so we don't put people under apprehension or fear needlessly, and I'm really very sorry for that act.
While assuring that the state government is working assiduously to provide about 100 public toilets, the commissioner implored residents to imbibe environmentally friendly habits to prevent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera, as well as put an end to the menace of flooding in the state. Bukola Taylor Cole, LTV News. And Global Transport Policy, Oluwasegun Musa says traffic control officers need to apply corrective measures rather than punitive measures whenever a first-time traffic offender is apprehended. Musa reinforced this measure at a one-day trainer workshop for area traffic officers with the theme Improving Traffic Policing, Leveraging on Emotional Intelligence Skills. Maobu Josu has the report.
Lagos, a sprawling city with sporadic growth in all sectors, needs an effective traffic system. According to experts, if traffic-related issues are not properly handled by 2030, the state will be losing about $21 billion monthly. This explains why a training academy, Global Transport Policy, is training area traffic officers on principles of emotional intelligence, its relevance to traffic management, and managing stress and emotions effectively.
Trainings like this, such as this, will help bring to their knowledge things they should do or they ought to do. For you to follow one way, it's an offense. You must bring in humanity into it. If the person is genuinely not conversant with the road, we direct. But if the person did it flagrantly to disobey the law, you charge such a person to court.
They must act as human first. When you act as human, you know, just like in every civilized country, officers will call your attention to your errors the first time you default. The second time, punitive measure will start. The third time is going to be more than the first one. So it should be a gradual process. There must be a corrective stage before punitive stage.
Chairman of the Academy, Oluwasegun Musa, says the organization will always engage heads of agencies related to traffic issues to discuss some gaps discovered in order to reduce travel time of road users.
After police, next month, we are starting with 3 security agencies. We are looking at LASMA, Federal Road Safety, Civil Defense, and the DSS, Director of State Security. Those 4 groups, we are training them next month. In August, we are training the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army. And we're also looking at other actors that we're also bringing on board for training, because we just have to put everybody on the same page to align to international best practices.
Some of the participants shared their views on the training.
Emotional intelligence is actually the key to every traffic officer on the road. If we really understand our emotions, then it is possible and better for us to understand the emotions of others, so that we'll be able to perform our duties effectively on the road.
Dealing with public is not an easy thing, it's not an easy task, but we need this emotional intelligence to be imbibed on those policemen on the road, to be able to manage people, manage human beings psychologically, and all that.
With this training, area traffic officers are expected to train divisional traffic officers in the states. Maugbe Josu, LTV News.
The Lagos State Ministry of Finance has embarked on the road walk to sensitize residents of Itiosa Local Council Development Area on the payment of land use charge and its benefits. The Commissioner, Abayomi Oluyomi, while addressing youths employed for the exercise, says defaulters may lose their property through revenue court's judgment. Again, Maugbe Josu has the report.
A city like Lagos that records influx daily, no doubt, needs increase in its revenue and infrastructure. To this end, the Lagos State Ministry of Finance launched Operation Payers Activation to ensure property owners pay their land use charge, knowing how immensely it contributes to the state's internally generated revenue.
One of the veritable sources of revenue in Lagos State is land use charge. In Lagos, land is our oil, land is money. Property is money. Less than 70% of Lagosians that has properties have been paying land use charge. This tax is not targeted at the masses. It is only it's a tax based on your property that you have in Lagos State. And the reason why we are doing this, we have seen the potential of land use charge. We know that land use charge will contribute significantly to the revenue profile of Lagos State. We cannot just fold our hands and begin to watch. We cannot fold our hands and some people are paying, really, to be sincere with you. Some people are paying. So it's also not fair on the people who are paying when other people are not paying.
Commissioner for Finance, Abayomi Oluyomi, says about 500 youths across the state are engaged for the 1-month exercise.
Their first goal is to redistribute bills to the people who have not paid. The second one is to also identify the buildings that have not been enumerated. So when they identify the buildings, we will now bring our valuers who will now come and measure the buildings so that they can know what
how the building will be classified. You know, they measure, they try to find out whether it's a commercial building, it's a private property, it's a residential area, and all of that. So the job of these people is also to educate people who have been recast.
Oluyomi added that the state government has set up dispute resolution tribunal to address property owners who have difficulties regarding the land use charge.
The revenue court in Lagos has been reorganized. So when you are owing us land use charge, we take you to the revenue court. And when that revenue court pronounces judgment on you, we will name your property. When your property is named, we give it and you still don't pay, the government can sell off your property. So that is the process. That's the legal process that has been put in place.
Officials of the ministry and the youth were part of the roadshow to sensitize residents in Etiosa Local Council Development Area. Maugbe Josu, LTV News.
For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Many thanks for watching the news at 4. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Bukola Taylor Cole. Up next are the Yoruba and Ogu versions of the news. ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́kùṣẹ́ àtàárọ̀ yìí ni ìròyìn láti lè ṣe tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Orúkọ mi ni Modúpẹ́ Ali. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti fún àwọn tí ó ní ilé tó wà lórí ọ̀nà kòtò ìdominù ní Ṣọ̀gbọ́tẹ̀dó ní wákàtí 48 kí wọ́n fi kúrò níbẹ̀. Kọmíṣánná alájọ àyíká àti ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì inú omi Tòkunbọ̀ Wahab ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí láàkó tó lọ wo agbègbè náà wò. Ó tẹnumọ́ pé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ti pinnu láti dojúkọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ omíyalé ọ̀gbàrá yàgbòrò. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Bùkọ́lá Télọ́kò jábọ̀ pé ìpele iṣẹ́ àyẹ̀wò mìíràn tún rèé lọ́tẹ̀ yìí. Kọmíṣánná alájọ àyíká àti ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì inú omi Tòkunbọ̀ Wahab àti ikọ̀ rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kòtò ìdominù ńlá tó wà ní Aládélọ́lá ní Ìkòsìkìtù. Láti bẹ̀, ikọ̀ yìí tún lọ́wọ́ kòtò ìdominù ńlá tó wà ní Àgọ́ níbi tí wọ́n ti rí àwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó tako ọ̀rọ̀ nípa àyíká ní Ṣọ̀gbọ́tẹ̀dó. Kòtò ìdominù tí ó ń gbé omi láti bẹ̀ lọ sí Òmù ti dípa pátápátá. Àwọn ilé lọ́kùnjọ̀kan ni wọ́n kọ́ lọ́nà àìtọ́ ní ojú ọ̀nà àgbàrá, èyí tí kò jẹ́ ìtẹ́wọ́gbà rárá gẹ́gẹ́ bí kọmíṣánná ṣe ṣàlàyé. Ikọ̀ yìí tún dé Ìkòyí Àjìràn ní Lẹ́kí. Kọmíṣánná tọrọ àforíjì lórí bí wọ́n ṣe ṣèṣì sàmì sáwọn ilé kan ní Ìkòyí. Ó tún ṣàlàyé pé ìjọba ń gbìyànjú láti kọ́ àwọn ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ tó tó 100 kan. Ó wá ké sáwọn aráàlú pé kí wọ́n fọwọ́ pàtàkì mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ́tótó àyíká láti lè dènà àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn onígbá méjì. Alága ètò ìlànà lórí ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ Olúṣẹ́gun Musa wípé ó yẹ káwọn tí ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìdarí ọkọ̀ kọ́kọ́ ṣe ìbáwí tó tọ́ tó sì yẹ dípò ìgbésẹ̀ ìjìyà ní ojú ẹsẹ̀, pàápàá fún ẹni tí ó ń ṣẹ̀ fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Musa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níbi ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́jọ́ kan fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tó ń darí ọkọ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wí, tí a kò bá yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí títí ọdún 2030, ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lè pàdánù owó tó tó bílíọ̀nù 21 lóṣooṣù. Ìdí rèé tí ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fi wáyé fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ yìí lórí ìmọ̀lára àti pàtàkì rẹ̀ sí iṣẹ́ ìṣàkóso lóòpónà àti iṣẹ́ ìṣàkóso ìlà ìlò. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Olúwaṣẹ́gun Musa wípé àjọ òun yóò bá àwọn olórí ilé iṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe lórí ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ láti lè dí àwọn àlàfo kí súnkẹrẹ fàkẹrẹ lè dínkù jọjọ. Lára àwọn akópa sọ èrò wọn. Ìrètí wà pé àwọn akópa yìí yóò kọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí ó wà lábẹ́ wọn. Àjọ tó ń rí sọ̀rọ̀ ìnáwó nípínlẹ̀ Èkó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ìtanijí lágbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ onídàgbàsókè Etí Ọ̀sà lórí ìdí tó fi yẹ kí àwọn aráàlú sanwó ìlò ilẹ̀ àti àwọn àǹfààní tó rọ̀ mọ́. Kọmíṣánná lájọ yìí Àbáyọ̀mí Olúyọmí báwọn ọ̀dọ́ tí wọ́n yàn fún iṣẹ́ àkànṣe yìí sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní àwọn tí kò bá sanwó yìí lè pàdánù ilé wọn fún ìjọba nípasẹ̀ ilé ẹjọ́. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Mao Gbejosu jábọ̀ pé àjọ yìí pariwo fitafita lórí pàtàkì sísanwó sápò ìjọba nítorí ipa tí yóò kó nínú ìpawówọlé lábẹ́lé. Kọmíṣánná alájọ ìnáwó Àbáyọ̀mí Olúyọmí ṣàlàyé pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ 500 ni yóò lọ káàkiri àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Èkó. Ó ní ìjọba ti ṣàgbéǹde ìgbìmọ̀ olùgbẹ́jọ́ tí yóò yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn onílé bá ní lórí ọ̀rọ̀ owó yìí. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ yìí àti àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọ́de káàkiri lágbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ onídàgbàsókè ní Etí Ọ̀sà. So níbi ni àrídé lédè Yorùbá ẹni tó kàròyìn lédè Gúwàní tó ṣiṣẹ́ bá ráwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó là kéèsì ìjọba ẹ pè nọ́mbà 767 tàbí 112 ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìpè ó tún dago 6 orúkọ mi ni Mọ́dúpẹ́ Ali.
Kudo weme boso kudo azonson afonubon leni krenwe to mi deje son television àwọn le ton Kefas Mautonji Daniel wo yin ko yin ton yin o gandudu àwọn le ton kona gan ho kande chanton ye mehe gba ho ye ton do aisun doji to our system 63B tonji to jangote do aji bo fide vole po to yìí má tẹ àwọn ẹni tán lẹ́ni kátó mìtàn Bukola tẹlọkọ dógbéná mídọ́mọ̀ gbẹdẹtọ́ láti tó lẹ́dọ́pọ̀ òsín pọ́tàn Tókunbọ̀ Wahab wẹ́ẹ̀ bá sí gbẹdìdẹ lọ tó gbẹnu ẹ̀tọ́ blẹ́pọ̀n bá sí tó lẹ́dọ́lẹ̀ nàdọ́mọdọ́mọ̀ àyísùn do máa dótukra mẹ́lẹ̀ tó àyè má tẹ àwọn ẹni tán gbọ́dọ̀ tó fìdé volẹ̀ tó lẹ́dọ́ mìtàn ẹni tó ẹ̀yẹ́dọ́ yìí pé nàdọ́dọ́ náà mẹ́hẹ́ àyísùn do lẹ́ nọtò yẹnọ tó gbó bẹ kan tó àyísùn domẹlẹ kpó mẹgbà xɔ yẹ tán tó àyísùn dojì lẹ kpó dọmọ ná yẹ ní gbọmọ bá sí kpódọ mẹgbà xɔ yẹ tán lẹ yẹ dọ yẹ ní bí àgbà yẹ tán lẹ sọn fíye yẹ gbà xɔ yẹ tán lẹ dó tó àyísùn dojì. òjànjìnàtọ àzọpẹ global transport policy tán kó bá sí kúnlọ́nà kíkọ́tọ́ ẹnà gọ̀kọ́nà òhun tó àlékò jí tó àyímàtẹ àwọn ìtàn lẹ náà yẹn ní dọ́mọ̀tẹ́yàn lé yẹn náà bá sí dó náà mẹ́hẹ́ gbàsẹ́ àlèhòjì tán títàn mọ́ nǹkan tán bọ̀ àlọ́jẹ́ ẹ̀gò lẹ́yìn kan tó mi tàn máa gbẹjọ súdó gbẹdà mí dọ́mọ̀ mẹ́dà kó musa bọ́ òpin bá sí náà híhọ́ tọ́lọ́lẹ̀ tó títò àzádòpótọ̀mẹ̀ hẹ́kọ́ tó ẹ̀ tán bá sí hìhẹ́n nùkan yìí dàgbé pẹ́ kọ̀gọ́nà òhun tɔn nado hɛn ye tin do yɔn yɛ yɔyɔ lɛ kpla do azɔn ye tɔn lɛ division ko ti to akɔɛ ko ayi ma tɛ àwọn ni tɔn ko basi zɔnli zizin lɛ do tɔn to lɛnu hɔludu la vi eti ɔsa tɔn bo dɔna tomɛnu awalɔdzi tɔn lɛ dɔ dagbe susu wɛ ti to ta ko ayi gba sisan tɔn mɛ susu na yɛ ni mɔtɛ do nɔ ya o nɔ su takwe ayigbaton yerodomo land use charge lini kanto miton ma gbe josu sodo na midomo gbedeto division kweloton Àbáyọ̀mí Olúyọmí wedo moto wenu eto kodo na joja eyeyido azon takwe ayigba zizaton yiyime edo yadomo joja hesuso kandia o weye koyi dinvie na yeni doto kwegbe legbon na do kan òwe máa eheye do suta kó àyígbà sísá tán bí ọ na mẹdẹlẹ nọtò susu bọ yé múnà do àkọ mẹ má kanu á su ta kó ẹ lọlẹ yé má dọ ta àwẹ yé dọ nánà suga na yeni montendo makwe bodo zan na vodrado nuhe jeleton to awale podito ayi matin amoniton eyin do mede ma sujawe yena su hoeton bangbang kakabo ena dosu takwe ayi gbazinza ton mais mi ton le mana ogan le to din vie gba de ko le popete mi na se to kan chi lo po me ko ja ikaka ja we nenu en do nu jijo ajiji de wa joto awa mi tonji mi te pon bo ira lo kan 767 kavi 112 vonu we awle po yen kefas ma o tonji Daniel do ndo mi do mo na mi ni kudo azan.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o òpè ní pe ní